Hi, I'm here with Gizem White, the Turkish Coffee Lady, and we're doing something I am a bit nervous because I don't know how I feel about putting my personal stuff out there, but we're gonna try it. It's gonna be fun. And
it's gonna be a lot of fun.
So this is an ancient Turkish tradition, and it's having your fortune read over coffee grounds. So tell me more about that.
That's correct. So, coffee is not just a drink for Turks, it's actually a lifestyle. So we drink coffee, together, and then it's usually followed by fortune reading.
Okay.
So what happened is actually fortune reading can be traced back to 4000 BC, in Egypt and China, in forms of like tarot or palm reading. But this type of fortune reading really started during Ottoman era, where Arab nannies were staying with wealthy families and they started interpreting the coffee grinds.
Okay.
And it's still very popular to this day.
Okay.
So what you really need to do when you're drinking your Turkish coffee, you need to drink it from one side.
Okay.
Like this.
Okay.
Very gently, so you wouldn't disturb the coffee grinds and it will settle down. So when you're drinking, you will set your intention. You'll think positive and you'll just relax and just savor the moment. And when you're done with your coffee, you need to make sure there's some coffee grinds stay in the bottom.
Okay.
So you'll make a wish.
Okay.
And then there's, a ritual to make your wish come true. And then when you're done, your coffee is ready for the fortune reading. I'll see the future in your cup.
Okay, so let's get started. So I finished my coffee. Now I can taste the grind. So we want to stop when you can taste the grind.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so a couple steps. So first you need to put the saucer on top.
Okay.
Okay, and put your thumbs up on the saucer.
Sorry.
There you go. So you're gonna turn it towards yourself and close to your heart.
Okay.
But you need to twirl it a couple times and make your wish. And when you're ready, turn it around without spilling the grinds. Perfect. You're a pro. And we're gonna let it sit for a couple minutes.
Okay.
It's gonna be ready for a reading.
Awesome. So waiting for my coffee grounds to cool, and you changed into this beautiful gown. So tell us a little bit more what this outfit is about.
So this is actually a traditional gown that we wear preferably like for engagement, ceremonies in Turkey. But during the Ottoman times when, the Sultan was, being served his coffee, like usually the chief coffee maker and also like some maids, they were wearing these traditional handmade gowns. So it was like a very, ceremonial process to offering the cup to the Sultan. Turkey has a very significant place in world history. When we think about coffee, we associate like Italy or France or Brazil, with coffee consumption, but Turkey is actually where it all started.
So now is the moment of truth. So it's
Okay. So the right side of the coffee cup usually reflects your inner life. Your close circle, and the left side is usually like your future or your outer circle. So as you can see here, and I always show the symbol because I interpret in a way, but I want the person who's getting the fortune read to see the symbol in the cup. And as you can see here, there's a pigeon and it's taken off. Can you see it?
Yeah.
And it's taken up with two like really wide wings, and it's bringing you so much wealth. So this pigeon means usually like good fortune, it's like wealth, and at the same time very positive income. So as you can see, there's some little like what do you call sacks underneath. So you'll receive time to time, and this is within either 6 months or a year or so, you'll get some income time to time.
Okay.
So it's just bringing the wealth to you.
Okay.
And it's taking off right now. So another thing here is like an egg right here, as you can see.
Okay.
Okay. So egg is actually success because it's gonna open up and it's gonna be really fruitful and it's gonna bring you some different horizons. So right now it's closed, but it's like being protected, being preserved in like this
I can see the layers.
Little layer. So it's waiting for you there. It's gonna open up when the time comes, but it's definitely waiting for the right moment. And do you see like there's some windows here? There's one narrow one, there's like larger here, and there's a bigger one. So windows are also different opportunities. So you're gonna be served with a couple different options, in your career. And one of them is gonna be short term, but at the same time, they might feel the right one because it's short term and you don't want to make a big commitment, but you will have the opportunity to choose one.
Okay.
So you'll have two options, a shorter term or a longer term, working opportunity coming up to your way. So usually the saucer tells you about the wish.
Oh.
So right now, it's kind of going very slowly, but it's gonna make its way. It's gonna come through eventually.
Just some patience.
Yes, you need some patience, but you're good to go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Gizem. And
Of course.
you can do these online. So how do you book a coffee reading with you?
So it's actually very easy. You just need to visit my website, turkishcoffeelady.com. We have a live fortune reading tab on the right. You can just book your session and then we'll connect you with our best fortune reader. And you can just meet her via Zoom or WhatsApp. It's up to you, and you can have your 15 or 30 minutes coffee reading. You can ask questions. You can even have longer or with a group if you like sessions, private sessions, and just if you want to have something different or entertainment, please come and visit our website, turkishcoffeelady.com.
Well, thank you so much, Gizem, and I hope that this all comes true. Yeah.